Well, welcome to my first live stream. Hadn't done this before. I was actually on a live review of the election as it was going on last night on the On Me Network, which is organization in California and covering the Central Valley that I'll be developing a half-hour program for. That hopefully the first one will premiere maybe even as soon as next week. I just got to 100 subscribers, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to start posting to the community tab. I'm not sure if it's 1,000 or 100, but I didn't see it come up yet. But I'm hoping I'll have the community tab and I can start posting short messages indicating what's coming soon and what have you. I do plan on actually making some kind of pre-recorded versions, like videos, like most of my videos are, about like the California races, the propositions, what I think is going to happen as a result of what's come through. But I'm kind of waiting for a lot of the rest of the races to go ahead and play themselves out completely before I write up video essays to publish. But I thought I'd just come on the stream quickly and go over the election. I did make a custom thumbnail with what I see as the current electoral map for the presidency. And what it seems like to me is that Biden looks like he has the 270 votes he needs to win the nomination, win the presidency, however you put that. It looks like he's up in Wisconsin now barely. He's up in Michigan now barely. He's up ahead in Arizona and Nevada, which he has been for a while. Most of the outstanding votes in those states are mail-in and are for the city areas and the more urban or suburban districts, which tend to favor Biden. So I think he'll be able to hold on to those. Those, along with Nebraska's second district, which Trump won last time, along with Arizona. Those are two places Trump lost and he won last time. Nebraska's second, along with Maine's first, and Maine statewide, gets him the 270 votes. Pennsylvania, it looks like a big deficit. Some people they're still apparently predicting that Pennsylvania is going to go blue a lot of places, but it's like still 500,000 votes. I don't know that there's going to be 500,000 extra votes for Biden to make up that difference. So I could easily see Trump winning Pennsylvania to the surprise of many pollsters. Georgia, which I actually did predict was going to go blue, looks like it's right there. It's only like 100,000 votes. They got a lot of votes still outstanding in Georgia, mostly absentees from the Atlanta area. So I think Georgia's going to be a nail biter. And hopefully, at least for the Democratic hopes in the Senate, both of those races go to runoffs, because right now in the Senate, it looks like the Democrats will only have 48 or 49 seats. And the Republicans, they will still have a mixed government, which at this point, I'm kind of opposed to. I think I almost wish everybody in America could just vote either all Republican or all Democrat so that our government could do something, because this government that does nothing except appoint judges will not save us either way. I think that we need to be able to have a government that either succeeds or fails, but in an accountable way. And right now, each side just points the fingers at the other. Look at the COVID, what happened with the latest COVID fund, the COVID bill. They do with the COVID bill, you have each side pointing the finger at the other. Nothing gets done. Who do we blame? Well, if you're a Democrat, you blame the Republicans. If you're a Republican, you blame the Democrats. That doesn't get us anywhere. I wish we could just say, okay, legislatively at least, one side gets to decide on the legislation for 2 years. We either like it or we don't like it. I know that's not how American government works, but right now I'm just frustrated by what it looks like, another split government. Because here's the thing. In the Senate, the Democrats have 46 seats that have been called in their favor. Let me scroll up to the map. I lost the map here. Where's the map? Here's the map. They have 46 in their favor. It looks like that guy, Mark Kelly in Arizona, will win. They haven't called it yet, but it looks like Mark Kelly will win. That gets them 47. Michigan, if Michigan continues to trend the way it is, it looks like Senator Peters, who I don't think ran a very good campaign, and is running behind Biden by I think 100,000 votes or something. But when Michigan still has 10% of its votes outstanding, most of them absentee, bluish, it looks like he'll be able to eke out a win that gets him to 48. But there's no other Senate seats that look like the Democrats are likely to win them. In Georgia, the Democrat Warnock is ahead, but he's way below 50% in Georgia. To win the Senate seat without a runoff, You've got to get over 50%. So Warnock is at 32%. He'll be in a runoff. Right now, Perdue, the Republican, is ahead of Ossoff at 47%. But again, if Georgia, the rest of their votes come in as, tilted towards the Democrats, that might get Ossoff or might get Perdue below 50%, and you've got a runoff for both Senate seats. That's probably the only chance Democrats have. In Maine, Susan Collins has pulled it out again. I think part of that is because Biden, fearing that he might lose and wow, I didn't set my lights right. So my lighting is kind of messed up. Well, I think I look okay. But Maine, Collins is up 6 points. She's up about 40,000 votes. It's too early to call, but they say, but I'm not that bullish on Gideon. So I think Collins wins again and goes back to the Senate, where she can pretend to think one thing while she votes a different way for another 6 years. And North Carolina, I think Tillis is going to win that. There just aren't enough votes, it looks like, outstanding for Cunningham to come back. It's still possible, but I think unlikely. And in Georgia, I already spoke on Georgia. So in the Senate, I would think best case for Democrats is they get a runoff and they get a second shot at those 2 Georgia seats. But right now, it looks like 48-50 for Republicans. And let's see. And then in the House, I don't think the House even pulled up, but the Democrats had such a huge lead in the House. They were predicted to hold the House last night. Most of the seats they lost were seats that were pickups in the wave election of 2018, which I think actually was a more tilted towards Democrats election than this one was. And so they lost some of those, but I think they still have a solid majority in the House. There were a few upsets in California, though, that were looking like upsets that I'm going to keep an eye on and report on those. I want to say Harley Rauda, the incumbent Democrat, and Gil Cisneros, the incumbent Democrat. Both of them were in tough races in their districts in California. And that District 25, California 25, which was held by not Katie Porter. I can't remember her name, but she was victim of a blackmailing scheme or something. So she resigned. And Christy Smith, I believe, is the Democrat running against Mike Garcia. And that race, I think, is a very close race. I want to say Smith was up slightly last time I looked at it, but that's a very close race. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But I don't think the Democrats are losing the House. So again, it looks like a split government with Biden as president, Republican Senate, Democratic House. I don't know what gets accomplished in the next 2 to 4 years with that situation. I don't know. And that's kind of disheartening because, how do we even hold anybody accountable when we have a split government like that? And it looks like, the Supreme Court will be will be as it is, for the next 3 years. If anyone, I think at this point, the Republicans have decided that it didn't really cost them much to play hardball. So if they hold the Senate and anyone passes away at any given time, or retires between now and 2024 or 2022 at least, when some Senate will be up theoretically for grabs again, they're just not going to consider any nominees for the Supreme Court. I mean, I would be surprised if they did. I think that this unfortunately has taught them the lesson that they can get away with what they've done in terms of treating advising consent as something that is optional for the Senate to do when a Supreme Court nominee has been nominated by the president. So, I mean, that's kind of the state of the race at this point. I think going back to the top line, I think if Biden holds Wisconsin and Michigan, Arizona and Nevada, along with Nebraska second, that's 270 votes. Along with Maine's first, but I think Maine's first isn't close. So I think I think Nebraska I would think about still, but Maine I think I think that's baked in. What's happened? I think Maine's results are baked in. So yeah, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Arizona. We'll see what happened with them. And then in Nevada, those 4. He holds those. Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania don't matter anymore. And I think that's the biggest takeaway at this point in the day. I hope this helped clear anything up if you watch this. And I hope my stream went okay. I have one person, but I don't know if that's me watching it or somebody else is. If so, thanks for watching. I don't see any comments. I was going to respond to if any showed up, but none have. I think I need more subs though, and I gotta say it's ahead of time in order to really have a stream that gets a lot of attention, a lot of people kind of coming in. But hope to those who watched this, they enjoyed it and it was helpful. And I will talk to you later. Bye. Oh, I can't see the screen. There we go.